Trust Radio 1 to bring you the best new music from across the UK and from around the world.
Trust us to be your guide to everything you need to know about music. This morning from 3 a.m.
One Extra's mixtape with Mr. Jam.
Mr. Jam is in the building. This morning from 5 a.m.
Raz Kwame.
It's heavy.
In new music we trust on BBC Radio 1.
Radio 1.
Now.
Grooverider on Radio 1.
Thank you to Mr. Tim Westwood and Mr. Chris Goldfinger. Another superb show right here on Radio 1. It's time for Rider Radio.
Sounds of the Grooverider.
Sounds of the Grooverider. Sounds of the Grooverider. Sounds of the Grooverider. Sounds of the Grooverider.
Grooverider represented on Radio 1. Grooverider.
This track is absolutely dangerous. Big track rider.
The home of UK drum and bass is Grooverider on Radio 1.
So it's another week here at Radio 1 on the Drum and Bass Show with yours truly, Mr. Grooverider, hosting tonight. Now I've got my crew, Delisa and James, and plus we have a very, very, very special guest. I'll tell you who that is in just a second, but we have an action-packed show tonight, as per usual. We got the maddest and baddest tunes, standardly. Also, I'll be reopening the Jungle Book for a special Metalheadz chapter. Myself and Fabio go back to back, or should I say head to head, in the clash of the rewind tracks. I think we're going to draw Goldie in tonight on that one. I'm not sure, because Goldie's going to get his head busted on that one. He's not ready for us. Well, he might be. Also, I don't really want to talk about it, but we got that chart again. Whose idea was that? Oh, Delisa, you keep quiet. Hold on, Delisa, weren't you on holiday recently?
Yeah, I'm back now.
Where did you go?
Egypt.
For how long?
For a week.
I thought you said 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks, wasn't it? You got thrown out, didn't you?
No, I did not get thrown out. What are you trying to say? I was there for a week and now I'm back. Deal with it.
I thought you was away for 2 weeks because you said to me, oh, I'm not going to see you on your next show. Oh, but you made a special return. You made a special return because it's Goldie tonight.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, I just blew it up. I was supposed to like hold that one back and...
Supposed to tease them.
Nah, hell no, we don't do that. No teasing here. Not like you, Dilly, so we don't tease. We also got my man, Mr. Kilowatt, in the building. That's strong. That's right, so we got the One Extra Radio 1 chart. We're going to hit that, I don't even know how long. We're going to let Goldie do that one tonight. Let him get it all in a twist and we'll find out what he thinks of each individual track. And don't blame me for that one because that was Kilowatt's idea and I'm not sure how that's going to go down. It might not work. I hope it does, but somebody might get slated tonight. So what's in the chart? Let me see that because I got to make sure. I got to do some quality control on that. Okay, we might get away with that. We're going to have Goldie's views on each track. We're also giving our shout out to our loyal clients and fans. Our loyal listeners, our Facebook fans. And what's happened to MySpace? Has that crashed? That's the one network where I've got over 20,000 people rolling. I think it's crashed.
No one's on MySpace anymore.
Yeah, it's late, isn't it?
It's all about Twitter and Facebook.
Oh, this 5,000 minimum Twitter? Oh, please, I'm not feeling that. I can't get into that one. But anyway, you can rewind the show at the end if you really want to. bbc.co.uk/Radio 1. Head towards the Fabio and Grooverider page. Right, that's about all the info for the show. Let's kick it off. It's Rider Radio here on Radio 1.
Rider on Radio 1.
A track that was floating about in its original format a couple of years back. It was by Heist. He's gone in, VIP'd it, reflicked it, remixed it. And that's Asleep in Your Eye VIP. I've actually just worked that one out. Sleep in Your Eyes. You can't see the sleep in my eyes because I'm wearing glasses today.
I like that.
So, counting down. I don't know what's happened to Goldie. He's gone running around the building. I don't know what. That dude is nuts. He's probably got his head in somebody else's breasts at the moment.
Don't tell them about that, please.
No, you tell them.
No, I'm not going to tell them.
She clearly wants you to mention it because otherwise she wouldn't have said it.
James, you tell them.
I didn't see anything. I just looked around.
What do you mean you didn't see anything?
Why don't you tell them, Grooverider? Go on.
You want me to do it Rider style, eh?
Yeah.
Nah. When I came in today. No, I can't. I couldn't embarrass you like that. Well, I can. Goldie had his head in Delisa's breast earlier. Now I'm thinking, I turned around, like I was setting up my stuff, I turned around and I'm thinking, yo, what the hell's going on in my studio? But that's not something that I do myself personally. Now, I feel Goldie has been getting turned on or something. Seeing as you've been mashing up the show, you and Kilowatt. Cause I didn't see him do that to Kilowatt.
Good.
Now, you're watching, Delisa, because you're big out there. You're big in the game at the moment.
Thank you.
And these drum and bass people are getting a bit hot when you're talking at the moment. And it seems like my man couldn't hold himself. As soon as he saw you, I thought you two knew each other from a long time ago. Back in the day, talk about.
No. Only saw him on EastEnders. That's the only way I knew him.
How you know him a little bit more now. Anyway. Oh God! Oh, do you know what? Do you know what? I'm gonna kill him for that. Right? I'm gonna shut him down tonight. Right? Trust me, Delisa. I've got one line that's gonna shut him down. And you're gonna say, "Groove, thank you very much."
Ooh, okay.
In the bag. Anyway, let's talk about the tunes that we're playing tonight. We kicked the show off with I have no idea, but look on the website and we'll give you the whole track listing, bbc.co.uk/radio1. Right, let's step into something from Drumsound and Bassline Smith. Absolutely insane. It's called Are You Ready?
Big bass, big beats, and big breaks on the biggest drum and bass show in the world. Yo, Grooverider, that tune right there is mad, sir. Stop that and bring it back.
This track is absolutely dangerous. Big track.
sir. Fabio, Grooverider, big drum and bass, big beats, big bassline, big everything. Listen, once he moves in, you got to move out. Whoa.
It's Rider Radio, representing drum and bass on the BBC.
Radio 1, sir. Fabio, Grooverider, big drum and bass, big beats, big bassline, big everything. Listen, once he moves in, you got to move out.
So if you just locked on, it's Rider Radio here on Radio 1. Bloody idiot standing behind me. See what I mean? Yeah! I'm distressing the place. Go sit down and take a seat and go behind your mic and behave yourself. You know what it's for. You see what I'm saying? Now we have the world-renowned artist.
Go on.
Actor, DJ, musician.
Bring it on. And now composer.
Composer. TV presenter.
Smash your face kind of guy.
Actor.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, there's so many strings to your bow right now. I mean, what would you call yourself?
I've got the whole cello. I'm the alchemist, my man. I'm back. I'm here. I'm the alchemist. The dark arts. I'm from the old school. The dark arts.
You are certainly a busy man. I mean, like, you know, everything is kicking off for you right now.
Yeah, man. It's been it's been a long time, Groove. You know, the last 3 years, I must say, this last year has been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, I think everyone, from my point of view, you know, we've been in the game for so long. I mean, look how long we've been in the game. And you just have to go back and reinvent and come back and, you know, go back and assess yourself.
So how long have you been touching this game now, man? How long have you been?
God, it's 15 years now, isn't it? We've been in there. I mean, we're sitting outside Rage with a little 12-inch, little head stuck on it. Oh, we're going to see Grooverider tonight. Well, there you go. So it's a rider show then. Finally, how long has it been? Like a year?
Yeah, you know what I was doing last year, so it's a little bit longer than that.
Yeah. Well, you know, I did write you a letter. You know, there you go. It was a bit.
I've got to be honest with you, it was one of the few that I got. So they must have known it was you.
But all I heard was the dust bales are rolling around. Like, what's going on Radio 1, man? What is going on in Radio 1? They need to fix it up.
I've got to tell you the truth. When I was away, Radio 1 crashed.
Anyway, crash and burn. Here we are. So it's me and Groove on the radio. I'm back. Hey, just finished, mate. 10 days fasting. Have that.
Yeah, let's not have that.
Let's have that.
Let me just shut you up for a second and play a tune.
Good.
Let's play the cut paper. You know cut paper.
Cut paper.
That's what I'm talking about. Rider Radio here on Radio 1 with my special guest tonight, Mr. Goldie.
The biggest guests, the biggest tracks on the world's biggest drum and bass show.
Hey.
scissors, paper, stone. I'm not feeling that game.
Yeah, I know. Kind of bust you up there, don't I?
Yeah, but I worked out your moves. It's the same old thing, mate.
Come on.
They didn't want me to go to 5. They just want you to look good because you're my guest.
Yeah, that's all right, Groove. That's fine. I can smell rice and peas. I smell curry mutton.
No doubt.
Saltfish.
So, let's break it down. What you been doing recently?
Please, God.
I know, like you. Oh, respect to the thing you was doing with the orchestra back in.
Oh yeah, Maestro. Yeah. We were on the back of that. Believe it or not, what we were just doing was they just commissioned me 5 months ago to do a piece for the concert orchestra.
Yeah.
For the Albert Hall on a Saturday and Sunday, 1st and 2nd of August, and took my little tools away from me. Basically, I had to work on a program called Sibelius, which is the classical program, basically.
Why?
Because basically they wanted to see, they wanted this little thing about this documentary and 2 documentaries back to back, based on the fact that I think that electronic people have got more of the measure of music. If you can make electronic music, especially from the genre where we come from.
That's debatable. But anyway.
Yeah, there you go. Right, but you know what I mean? I think it's one of those things that if you could do that and take it to another level, it means that I'm going to be able to hear a piece of music that, you wouldn't be able to do necessarily electronically.
Yeah.
And it's a good test, and I think after that, I'll be able to get back and do what I've always wanted to do by orchestrating a lot of my stuff.
So what are you going to do? Like, when that's finished, are you going back into the studio?
Yeah, back in the studio. Our album just got finished. We finished the album about 3 months ago with Strider, my main man. He was in hospital, man, like last month, right? And he made a tune on his Mac, on his laptop, in a ward of people, headphones on, and he made a tune called Null by Mouth, mate. And I heard the tune, and I went, you know what, I can hear him in there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of tunes that I really love. And Jim's got a passport, simple as that.
Yeah, he's in everybody's box.
Big.
Let's play another tune, man, then we're going to get into your box to see what you got going.
Yeah, fill up bits for ya. Meat and potatoes.
The biggest guests, the biggest tracks on the world's biggest drum and bass show.
An outfit I've been keeping my own recently, and they go by the name of Terravita. The track's called The Robot Bass. They sent me a couple of new things, but I'm not ready to lay them out for you. Probably in 2 weeks' time we'll do that. So, we managed to coax Goldie into doing this week's chart.
Whoa!
Now, certain people might get attacked tonight. Don't take it personally.
No. You know what? I'm going to keep my mouth really quiet.
And you're going to be like this.
I'm going to be...
I'm apologising to
No, I am going to be quite lenient today. I'm actually in a good mood today. So
that's good. That's good. Chris, just go and get him a bottle of vodka.
No, not going to happen. Not today. Not today.
All right, then. We'll play one more tune. We'll get some focus on. And we'll get ready for the chart. Because it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Rider Radio here on Radio 1.
Rider on Radio 1.
Tune in, log on and drop out. It's Radio 1.
going to do this chart for us. I'm going to take a back seat on this one. And just
It's all right. I'm seeing here. I'm looking, and I'm seeing. Actually, I'm seeing J Majik. So it better be good.
Yeah.
Dead Mouse, who I know anyway, Futongi.
Hold on. Let's do the chart, mate. Hold on a second.
Do you want me to do it or not, Radio 1, or not?
Let him play the tunes at least.
All right,
hold on. Let me do the intro. Here is this week's Radio 1 Extra Drum and Bass chart.
The 1 Extra and Radio 1 Drum and Bass chart.
Number 5.
Here you go, number 5, Dead Mouse and Kaskade by the I Remember remix by J Majik.
Number 4.
An old boy, Danny Breaks, comes back with Sick Music Sampler. There you go, Danny. You're APU. Come on, Danny. And number 3, Friction and KT set it off. I'm going to get him another 5 decks this weekend. You see an extravaganza. Go on, son.
Number 2.
No comments. Absolutely no comments. Right, get me Fresh's number. I'm going to call him up. Number one. It's the Bristol Massive, and it's Mr. Clipz. Give it to me on Audio Zoo. Big.
Give it to me now. To me now. To me now. Let the beat take control. Let the beat control your body. Let the beat take control. Let the beat control your body. Give it to me now.
So just running down this week's chart once again, if you never caught it with Goldie. At number 5, Dead Mass 5 and Kaskade, I Remember the J Majik remix. At 4, Danny Breaks and Sigma with Sick Music, The Sampler on Hospital. Friction and KT would Set It Off on Shogun at 3. Nero at number 2 with Act Like You Know on Breakbeat Kaos. It's a brand new entry. And finally, this tune at number 1, Clipz would Give It To Me on Audio Zoo. I want to say many thanks to Goldie for reading out this week's chart. It was a different flow.
Hey.
But yeah, it was heavy. Well done. You know, we had a high contrast read it out, and it wasn't like that.
I liked it. I thought,
you know, it had a bit of energy. It was a flow. I liked it. It's good. All right, that's number 1 ticked off. So what are you going to do for us now?
Right, first tune coming up is the tune you remixed by the one and only DK. Big shout going out to DK, one of the boys, one of the main guys there. All of Holland Massive. And I want to give a big shout out to someone I spoke to for a very long time, Mr. L Double. Where are you? Right, going out to D-Breach, Marcus Intellects. My main man, Doc Scott, in Coventry. Check the Warrior. And the boys, God bless. Sound DK and Lee tuning remix. Lee Burt.
It's Grooverider on Radio 1. This is how we do. Grooverider, 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 Grooverider.
Biggest drum and bass show. It's Rider Radio, representing drum and bass on the BBC.
I'm really feeling that mix there, man. That tune
tight.
Caught me.
Corker, mate.
So Goldie, you know what happened to me last week?
What happened to you last week, Groove?
Well, I'm sitting in my yard, right?
Yeah.
And I got a call.
Yeah.
It's one of my friends.
Right.
Nah, this person said to me, Groove, Goldie's got married. I said, hold on a minute. Hold on, let me finish. I said, hold on a minute. I said, Goldie ain't got married. He would have told me. She goes, no, he could definitely 100% got married. I'm not having it, Groove. He's married. I goes, what do you mean he's married? He goes, it's a Mr. and Mrs. Yeah, I goes, no. You have to be married to be your Mr. and Mrs. How did that go down, Goldie?
Oh, brilliant. Such a lot. Such a lot. We went about 10 grand for a charity.
Who was the presenter? Was it Radio 1 boy?
No, he was, what's the boy there? Phil Schofield and the other bird there.
I was in with the big girl.
Yeah, the Fern.
Yeah,
big girl.
Fern's lost a lot of weight.
Fern Britain.
Fern's doing all right. Fern doing
Britain.
okay. But
Fern is looking all right.
Yeah, it was really good. We made about 10 grand for charity, a little thing and that.
Yeah.
Got to sort out really well. It was just great.
Where did you? I didn't actually see it. I heard you crash though.
Yeah, I crashed and burned. When you ask me the question, do you love or do you love art? Now, are you talking about art or are you talking about art? Never ask me to choose between love and art because it will always be art.
And she didn't get that.
She got it. She's laughing. She's killing me. Mika's killing me now. She's killing me. She's loving it. But I got the rest of them right and it was really good. It was such a good laugh, good day out and stuff,
How long ago was that recorded?
Oh, God, about 3 months ago.
Okay, you kept that one quiet then.
Hey, mate, I'll tell you what. Hey, when you get paid much, you keep very quiet, okay? Okay, man? You keep very quiet. You know what, though? It's really funny, though. He pulled out the old style carriage clock on me, the old little one. And I'm like, that's like 3 times as small as it used to be. What are you guys playing at? So there you go. Anyway, that tune stops, and I've got another absolute mate. I'll tell you what, Groove. You see this kid here? He's murdering me right now.
Who are we talking about?
Basically, he's been beating me and Scotty senseless for a while. Put us in a room, lights out, blanket, wet towel. It's just smashed us to pieces.
It's a wet fish across the face
it's
one.
It's a wet fish across the face. It's the one and only S.P.Y.
Oh, tell me about
it, mate. Like, you know, like I said to Marcus, yeah. Marcus has been having these little rollers for a year and doing what he's doing. I love Marcus to death. I love his label, and it's like, you know, I'm big of my teeth. I'm looking for that little digital one, you know, that little hardback.
Yeah.
16 track.
Something for heads.
Some real. I'm looking for that real punchline. Yeah. And I went, you know what? S.P.Y has got a real home there with Marcus. He's pulled out about 3 or 4 tunes with him that are forthcoming. Scotty's got a few bits.
Didn't you draw out S.P.Y from years back with Sunshine?
Man. Yeah, Sunshine was big.
Yeah.
And not only that, you know, he came back on a rebound and he gave us this little number.
Okay.
An absolute killer groove, absolute killer. Sound of S.P.Y. Naughty.
It's a big tune. Grooverider.
The one and only Mr. Strider Heist. Jim, big shout.
It's all right, we'll reload that chat. Let me ask you a couple of questions quickly, man. You know, you're just like, you try to road rage my show, man. What's going on? I'm trying to switch the rules here.
Cool.
But anyway, are there any tunes that you wanted to sign for Metalheadz that you didn't manage to get hold of?
Oh God, that'd be a long one.
What's the biggest tune that you say, like, yo, I wanted that bad, but I just didn't manage to get my hands on it?
I'd say, come on, Chris has to remind me, but I think, yeah, I've got to say to you, I was told not to say anything today, but I've had to say it. Fresh, if you're out there, I want to strangle you very slowly with love. Right, listen, Fresh and Woos have got this thing. If I draw this thing, not that I can, it's against the law for me to draw this thing, right?
What? You said that?
No, but listen, it's gonna,
we break rules here. Come on, pull it out.
Listen to me. I know Fresh is going to love the fact that he knows I can't get it now. It's long gone. He doesn't even know I've got the thing, right?
Take the thing. Let's blaze this thing out.
I can't.
No. There's no can'ts here. We don't do can't.
I think, you know what?
We don't do can't here.
Well, I think it's going to have to be done.
So what artists are you checking nowadays? We just talked about S.P.Y. So we just talked about Subwave. Who else have you got on the list?
Subwave is doing some real special stuff. Tony Coleman, hands off. Doing some really special stuff at the minute.
Yeah.
And I just think
Tony Coleman
Tony's trying to get in the back door. He's been in there. Mo's sniffing around. Take your hands off, all right? I made it, all right? We brought him in. Then he's coming like, I've already had the meal, and now you're coming with a little dessert. Just step back a little bit, all right?
Another thing I wanted to ask you quickly. I wasn't really around last year, like for most of last year. When I came back, I've noticed a real kind of change in the clubs as regards to music, as like I'm hearing like dubstep in the parties and stuff, and I couldn't get my head around it. I'm alright with it now, but I didn't know what the hell was going on. I've got to be honest with you. How are you feeling about all that?
You have to understand one thing. I'm probably going to draw something on you today.
Yeah.
You got to understand something, yeah. I'm really of a generation. I came out of you lot, right? And I was always into b-boy culture, b-boy music, whatever else. And the thing you got to understand, we were sampling rave music. We were cast aside. We were the Asted child.
Yeah.
We were the complete Asted child of rave culture.
Yeah.
Right. We were put aside, and what we were doing was dirty. It was bad. It was whatever else. But really and truly, you know, dubstep is the legitimate child of drum and bass. It's something that we should be proud of. It's come from our music.
Yeah.
It really has. I mean, look at the times we thought back. Remember the Platinum 33 trying to get Dillinger at 33 and slow down tunes and all that.
Yeah.
No one wasn't ready for it. And people come out and scream. Beggar made a good impact.
Yeah.
Casper made a big impact. And you know, you can't knock it. I mean,
I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I just found it.
Of course.
Funny, because I wasn't used to it.
Well, I think again, we've seen it go through the same thing we went through. You know, the commerciality of it. You know, people being really minimal. There's nothing apart from a kick and snare, nothing else really carrying on.
Yeah.
But to tell you the truth, you know why I really think that existed and why that has to coexist? Purely because DJ culture got too fast.
Yeah.
People play music too rubbish, man. I don't want to hear music 180 BPM like Gabba. Well, I go to Germany, mate. Listen to Gabba. And I think if you're a DJ that doesn't make music, look at what speed you're playing it at. Because those kids out there, they want to get educated. Can you educate kids when you got 180 BPM and trying to double drop and trying to get rhythm in there?
Yeah.
You must be buzzing.
Let's play some music, man.
Let's play some music. And this piece, I've got to reload this tune because I'm actually feeling this.
Yeah.
Strider.
Check the track list, check the videos, check the show again. bbc.co.uk/Radio 1.
bed and there's this sign, right? Some weird writing on it, you know, I didn't read too much. I said to my mum, I said, Mum, what's that say? You know, that sign above Daddy's head, right? She said, kneel by mouth.
Tune in, log on and drop out. It's Radio 1.
SpectraSoul, Insignia.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's going to be next release on D-Bridge's label.
So, let's go back a few years to when you was. We'll rewind this. Let's go back a few years to Timeless.
Yes.
You know, that was the thing that really set it off for you. You know, would you ever go back in on Timeless and touch any of the tracks?
Never touch it. Big mistake to ever go back and do that. The only thing I'll probably do is like orchestrate Sea of Tears or something like that. But apart from leaving the album in its form electronically, it should be left alone. I mean, even to this day, I don't think anyone's ever done an album like that.
Yeah.
And it just is. It's standard. It's not egotistical. It just is.
Yeah.
I think the time of the album. I mean, it's also the distillation of, like, for me, 10 years. I mean, what was going on in England at that time and the build-up for those 5 years. It was dark, it was whatever it was. And it's just one of those albums. It was an adolescent album, man. And if it's a beautiful album, it should be left alone.
So, you know, Rob Playford engineered that album. Do you still keep in contact?
Yeah, in fact, you know, we saw Rob at the Chemi night, man. He came down. I
saw him.
Really lost a lot of weight. He's been sailing around the world. He's been doing a lot of that. He got right into sailing and stuff. He's getting involved in music with film. He's still working with a brother Ed with the James Bond stuff.
Yeah.
And he's really cool. We're gonna have a dinner next week. He's a real cool guy.
Is there any chance that you two could get?
I don't know.
Together?
I think Rob's head's not really in the music side of it. I think the technical side of it, you know, sensual, all the way that the breaks change. If you take out all the sound of it, the breaks change completely all the way down, never the same. Stuff that hadn't really been done. And it's, you know, it's one of those things that a beautiful album in that sense.
I feel that Rob would have kept up technically though.
I think he would have done. Yeah, I think he would have. But I think Rob was more, you know, I think going on road with him and stuff. And I think Rob didn't really want to go out there like that. And I think he wanted to just engineer.
Oh yeah, just one more thing. We got Metalheadz dropping a 15-year thing.
Oh yes.
What's that all about?
Well, it's exactly what it says. It's exactly what it says on the Tin Groove.
It's that long.
This long, man.
I remember like 16 years ago, I was shouting out Metalheadz on the radio. Oh, this is for all the Metalheadz.
Yeah.
Next minute there was a label and here we are today.
Man, yeah, the Grooverider did give me the name and everyone's like, what is it, a rock band? I'm like, no, it's metal and it's on a head. You know, it's a skull and it represents music will be with us forever and ever and ever. And amen. And you know, funny
Thank you for clearing that up for me.
I just thought I'd clear that up for you. Funny enough, I was in the loft the other day and I come across a suitcase. I opened it up and I got the biggest whiff of acetone and it was just full of 10 inches.
Yeah.
I mean, like when old people used to have like fishing gear and, you know, I've got like chrome rims and like dub plates and stuff in my loft. Do you know what I mean? Anyway,
just locked on. It's Rider Radio with my special guest, Mr. Goldie.
And it's a big shout out to D Bridge and all of the crew over there at Exit Instrumental and the family. Big tune, man. This tune hurt me.
Okay.
Touching the four corners of the globe with a weekly dose of bass and beats.
Right, Goldie, I've got a few questions from people that, you know, some of our fans on Facebook. Maybe you should put your mic up.
Might help, actually. That just might help.
Now, this one's going to make you laugh.
Go on, how much are those teeth worth? Go on, please.
Hey, do you remember, like, when we was at the Mobos and Jordan was standing behind us and we cracked up because we saw how big her breasts were? So you remember that? We was crying on the floor. Well, this question...
Yeah, go on. Have I felt her breasts? No, not that question. What question is this?
Would you do a remix tune?
No.
From Peter Andre's greatly anticipated album,
I've told
if the money was good enough?
I've told you no. Mind you, though, 50 large wouldn't be a bad figure.
No, let's talk about some Timbo money. It's got to be 250 at least.
Some Timbo money.
Yeah, some Timbo cash.
Talking of which, talking about people to watch out for, I mean, if we don't already know.
Yeah.
But I was speaking to Saul the other day, and like, I got to take my hat off.
Yeah.
They're going to be the best British producers of rap and R&B music
who were chasing status
we've ever seen. I can tell you that now in terms of this.
You believe
they're
that?
Actually going to. I think they're going to smash it to pieces.
They cut that Snoop thing up.
Yeah, let's cut it up. But I say this now though, the Rihanna thing and all that. 8 tracks, Rihanna, Bring It On album. You know, Missy. You know, Jay's the big man. You know what I mean? Seriously, rocker.
Really?
Big, yeah, big. They're just huge, and I think, as far as producers in this music, it just goes to show that what you learn from this music and what you can take from that.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the influence of dubstep and everything else, and they took that up by the mantle, by the horns as producers, and went, right, hang on a minute, I know that sound, we can deal with that.
Yeah.
Dealt with it. Easton come along and they smashed it. Tip me hat to the boys and that, and it makes you proud to be British.
So I've got another question from Nick Farnell. Where do you think the drum and bass genre will head next?
Okay, now Nick Chanel, wherever you are, when you were 10, picking your nose, did you know where you were going to be 10 years after that? I don't think so.
Exactly.
So it's in the now. Whatever you do today makes tomorrow. It's simple. Question answered.
Right. Another one from Joel Dubplate. Are your teeth really made of solid gold?
Yeah, they really are, Joe. They really are, God, Joe. They really are. Come on, kiss you and you can see for yourself.
And finally, another one from Sean Schofield.
Not Philip's. Not Philip's.
Philip's son, I think.
Philip's son.
Who's the best artist you have ever seen live?
Pat Metheny, probably, for me. God. Radiohead, man, live.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Radiohead live. Forget it, yeah.
Too much.
Okay. Kill me, yeah. Murdered me.
What are you playing now, man?
I'm going to play this. It's actually a bit of an exclusive for you, Griff.
Okay, here we go.
It's brand new and it's exclusive, and it's... Say again.
The 4 points.
Oh, we've got a title for it now. Chrissy Boy in the corner.
4 points,
4 points, and it's a little bit of a... Oh, we're not playing. Oh, dear. There you go.
4 points.
4
Who's it
points,
by?
and it's SpectraSoul, forthcoming on a 4-track EP called the Sculptures EP. Actually, no, it's not, actually. No, it's not. It's their single.
Okay.
SpectraSoul got them on a single, and this is the move. 4 points. Bad.
Stay one step ahead of the dance floor. Hear the biggest tunes first. Right here on Radio 1.
You see right now, the one ya, real jungle appreciation, you see? More fire, we go blaze up. Tell them now, say that the fire we go wake up. More fire now, we go blaze up. Tell them say that the fire we go blaze up, blaze up. Oh fire, we go wake up. Now we have to tell them a fire we go blaze up. Oh fire. We go blaze up, tell them it's the truth, say the fire we go wake up. Say north, south, east and west, well we go tell them we seek out the blessing. Well, say no other herb can test it. Well, me have to show them we ready. Well, give me the sense and give me the sense and give me the sense, yes. Give me the sense and give me the sense, it all the highest. Well, give me the sense and give me the sense and give me the sense, yes. Real jungle appreciation, you see? Come with it.
guests, the biggest tracks on the world's biggest drum and bass show.
Fire, we go blaze up. Tell them now, say that the fire we gon' wake up. More fire now, we go blaze up. Tell them say that the fire we gon' blaze up, blaze up. Oh fire, we go wake up. Now we have to tell them a fire we gon' blaze up. Oh fire, we go blaze up. Tell them it's the truth, say the fire we gon' wake up. Say not south, east and west. Well we go tell them we seek out the blessing. Well say no other herb can test it. Well me have to show them ready. Give me the sex and give me the sex and give me the sex, yeah. Give me the sex and give me the sex, it's not the eye, yeah. Well give me the sex and give me the sex and give me the sex, yeah.
For those that have just tuned in, yes, you're in tune to Mr. Goldie here at Radio 1. That sound all formal and nice and great. Fantastic, kids. Like one of those radio DJ on a Saturday morning, give you a big shout on the roll, on the waltzers. Yes, here we go, Goldie, Radio 1. It's the boys from Holland, once again with apples in their mouth. It's the guys and the sound of Holland. It's the sound of Nausea. Yes, it's Nausea, Ties and all the boys. Absolute killer. Forthcoming on Metalheadz. It's the flip side, the double A side of The Bells. Nausea. Big shout out to Walter. Fantastic weekend last weekend. We had a great time, played for 2 hours. Great people, great set. Great music here at Radio 1.
The biggest guests, the biggest tracks on the world's biggest drum and bass show.
Obviously pay my respects to Mr. Chris, who's just spent the last 10 days with me fasting and eating no food, and now he's starving. He's absolutely starving. Chrissy boy! Yes, big shout out to Chris. Spent the last 10 days, me and him, just fasting. And Justice, MC Justice has been fasting for the last 10 days.
Oh, I see Delisa's back. Well done.
Back Groove. Oh, I just wanted to take over the show.
So it's Delisa. Hanging out with Sean Paul, was you?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Yeah, I do. I've got Goldie here. What do you mean you're running out to Sean Paul? This is Goldie was dealing with it.
A bit of Goldie, a bit of Sean Paul, a bit of Goldie. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what? I think it was.
You trade me off. You trade me off against Sean Paul like that.
She went to get a head rub off of Sean Paul. That's what it was, Goldie.
He's not. You know what? That's it.
You know, Sean's a pretty boy, man.
Let me just. If you want to play me like that, I'm now going to play you a track for you and Sean Paul.
Thank you.
Okay. So let me just draw it like this. Okay. Fantastic. Listen, have this then. If you don't want me, have him.
It's like that now. We just logged on this Rider Radio. If you was mistaken thinking it was Goldie Radio. But yeah, we're just rolling with Goldie right now, letting him play the tunes tonight. Yeah, I'm getting my feet up.
I've got to ask you something though.
I'm chilling.
I've got to ask you something.
What's that? Hold on, this is my show.
I want to ask you something.
No, you don't ask me nothing.
Listen, shut
you ask me nothing.
Can I ask you something, question? It's really nice to ask you this question.
Go on then.
Do you remember when we got back from that place that weekend? I couldn't find the car.
That was a couple of weeks ago. We was driving around. There's so many cars in that place.
Me and Groove were driving around the airport, right, trying to find my car, right? And I was like, I love you, Groove. How long have you got? How long can you stay with me for?
No problem, man.
He's like, no. And if we kept driving, we must have been driving around. But it took longer to drive there than it did for the flight.
Yeah, we was messed up, man.
Oh, Jesus. I've got to say, talking of reinvention, Laura, it's the other half of Smithy, you know.
Oh, yeah.
She absolutely tore it up with this tune. I snatched it up from Lensman. I think it's the best thing he's done. I played it in Holland. He played before me in the weekend, and we drawed this tune, and it absolutely killed the place.
Okay.
It's called Open Pages, and it's phenomenal.
Whip that back to the front so Delisa can hear it properly.
I am going to, for Sean Paul, little, ting, yeah, little ting and stuff.
I see two, because I went upstairs, I see the two little numbers getting exchanged.
Don't get jealous, Groove.
Yeah. As I said, Delisa, you got a healthy chest there, you know. I can't look at you like that, Delisa. You cannot get on the books.
You see this? You see how me look red skin and me look good, and you see how me look good and me bling alright. Can't you say people scared of the black man? He's light kind of lightish, and me alright because Sean Paul still, you know. So me have a tune for you now, right? In the box for you and me still. Bless.
Check the track list, check the videos, check the show again. bbc.co.uk/Radio 1.
Grooverider on Radio 1.
It's over, baby. I don't like what it's doing to me. Words don't seem to heal me lately. My broken heart needs hidden, yeah. Can't just turn pages over, baby. I don't like what it's doing to me. Words
and big breaks on the biggest drum and bass show in the world.
After this, I'm going to be reopening the Jungle Book for a Metalheadz special. Keep yourself locked in front of this radio.
Every weeknight, One Extra brings you more of the music you love.
R&B,
UKG,
drum and bass,
dancehall,
and hip-hop.
More of the music you love.
The hottest black music, hosted by the biggest names in the game.
Kaboom!
And Thursdays, it's all about dancehall.
You heard Thursday night is officially known as dancehall. Mad, it's Tranquilo. Catch me, Rubber Ranks, from 10 p.m. and my boy Young Lion at 1. 7 hours of unadulterated dancehall. The biggest rhythms, the freshest dubs, all the superstar guests passing through, showing some dancehall love, and a whole heap of juggling. Tranquilo! Love dancehall, love Thursday nights on One Extra. Kaboom!
One Extra.
First on Radio 1's Drum and Bass Show.
It's a drum and bass history lesson with the Grooverider on the BBC.
So seeing as we have Goldie in the house, I've decided to reopen the legendary Jungle Book for this special occasion. Why not? Here's Goldie on the mecca of jungle from back in the day, Rage.
It was a euphoric time. Quick time, serotonin released, action, let's go. And it was the most memorable nights of my life, which I carried with me for many years after that.
Here's your boy Fabio on his first encounter with Goldie.
Groover told me about this guy, and he said, this guy is crazy, Fab. If you see this guy's just got gold teeth. Like, you know, like every single one of his teeth are capped, and he's a mad guy, man. He's from Wolverhampton, he's got this crazy accent, but there's something about this guy that's different.
There was definitely something about him. And it wasn't long before his inspiration for the tracks he heard led him to venturing into the studio. Metalheadz was about to be born.
I was like, right, I'm going to get my favourite records, I'm going to go to that studio, I'm going to hire that studio, I'm going to use this money, and I'm going to get these things, and I'm going to get this thing, and I'm going to get an engineer, and I'm going to get into his head, and I'm going to go, right, we're going to put this here, that there, and I'm going to put this here.
Yeah, he wanted to get his tracks known to the big boys like me and Fabs. But you got to be patient, Goldie. But he put his studio time in, and I started playing his tunes at Rage. And man, they went off.
Kind of blew me away. But I'd like to be able to remember it like other moments, because I was completely, those days, I don't know what I was doing.
The tunes came thick and fast, and before long, the Metalheadz fam was evolving.
I think that with what was going on with records, people making these records, Manix made this record that blew me away, which I heard from the Astoria PA. Nebula 2 made this record, and between them all, I was completely stoked and so inspired. I'm like, right, I'm going to go in the studio, I'm going to hurt all of them. So I did.
Metalheadz DJ Storm.
That was the way we saw things. Okay, we want something from Metalheadz, so we go and get it. And we don't tell anybody, don't let anybody tell us how to run our label. We'll do it how we want to do it. And I think we were the first label that really were quite stern with those things. We were really, we're going to do it our way, and we don't want you as a distributor or you as someone else telling us how to do it. We control it.
And then Timeless dropped, changing the shape, direction, and sound of jungle drum and bass forever.
For me, all it was for me was at the time was getting the music listened to. That's all I wanted to do, listen to it. And I think for me, as an artist, I'd really rebelled so much that, right, I'm going to make a piece of music where you're going to have to listen to it, regardless. It's not like you put it on and you press play and it's over in 5 minutes, you go home to your nice family in your company car.
When you think Metalheadz, you think of that skull logo, spinning on a turntable. It soon became an iconic brand.
A guy called Darren at the time came to my house and he had this rough drawing of this head, and I'm like, I want to nick that.
So it was kind of perfect Metalheadz, really, you know what I mean? And you had all the artists fighting for releases, and you know, and so it was exciting, you know, everybody wanted to be part of this label. And I think with such a strong symbol as well, Metalheadz, it's very easy for a lot of other countries to latch onto it.
Here's your boy Fabio.
They had hats, they had rings, they had t-shirts, the whole thing. So it was a great bit of enterprise by Goldie.
Here's D-Bridge.
The crew mentality is important. It's like there's something to be said for that. People sort of moving together, and you know, whether one person gets bigger than the other, it doesn't matter because you're all pulling each other along.
Friction.
The thing that stood out from the beginning is the way that Goldie influences people. Like, he loves it. He loves the music, and that has shone through in his record label from the beginning.
Heist.
It shaped how drum and bass carried on, really. Metalheadz has always done that for me personally. It's always been the label to sort of push the boundaries. Scene shaping stuff.
Scene shaping stuff indeed, Heist. And the label continues to innovate and pave the way 15 years on.
Over the years, the two biggest labels I'd say that have kind of influenced drum and bass would be Full Cycle and Metalheadz.
There's so many tracks at Metalheadz that are fantastic. You know, I can't say we've ever had a bad release.
DJ Friction.
If you did a greatest hits of Metalheadz, you'd need like 4 CDs because there's so many influential tunes, and all the influential tunes have been groundbreaking in different ways.
It came at the right time. The label was great, and whether we're going to see another label like Metalheadz ever again is, I doubt it very much.
The music, as time's gone, has changed, but Heads is still there and it's still smashing, and I think that's a brilliant thing.
That was a special edition of the Jungle Book. I'm Rider. Yeah, that's right, I'm Rider. We'll be back again soon. Hold tight.
Rider. It's a drum and bass history lesson with the Grooverider on the BBC.
We ready to do the rewind tracks? Yeah, all right.
You've got yourself in a lot of bother now, lads.
All right, I'll tell you what, Goldie. I'll tell you what. Let's hit the controversy.
Okay, I'm going to hit the controversy. You ready?
Hold on, no. Let's not hit the controversy. Let's hit the controversy. Let's hear what Fabio's got for us.
Liquid means rewind, a gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewind.
Yes, Groove. I've been loving these rewind battles, man. It's a real great feature. It's a real good thing because it's you get your bangers out your box and you play them and you smash them. And you've been killing me recently with tunes. I've got a little something for you tonight. It's a little surprise one. And it's so deep and it's so underground. The person does not want me to reveal the name or I can't reveal my source at all. But check this out. Bad boy business, rewind track, Groove. This is a left hook.
Whoa, Fabio. That tune right there's mad, sir. Stop that and bring it back.
Fabio. On Radio 1.
Down with the treble, up with the bass. Fabio and Grooverider on Radio 1.
All right, that's a Fabio tune. We like that.
It is Fabio tune, isn't it? Yeah.
That's Fabio all the way down the line, man.
It is, though, isn't it?
We're not revealing your sources, Fab. You want me to reveal it for you? No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Oh, God.
All right, Goldie.
Okay.
Let's hear controversy. Let's hear what you shouldn't be playing.
It's controversial, but you're going to thank me for it a lot. In the end, lads, you're going to thank me for it, okay?
That's right.
The only difference is, fresh, turn your phone off.
Fabio, Grooverider, big drum and bass, big beats, big bassline, big everything. Listen, once it moves in, you got to move out. Whoa.
Now break it down. Let's see. Let's tell us why that track's controversial to play on radio.
He's not here.
Oh, Chris, come in, man. Bring in Chris. Come in, Chris. Don't get scared. Let's talk to the label boss at Metalheadz Records. His name's Chris. If you don't know, puts on all the parties, runs the label, does all the running around, all the donkey work. Signs the tunes. You do quite a lot, Chris. You do. In fact, you are Metalheadz right now. Tell us why this tune is so controversial to play on radio right now.
You have to speak to Goldie about that one.
Is this one of the things that he was talking about signing earlier or something? Like
oh, you'd love to have this.
This is right up his street, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So, that's Goldie's effort. Let us know who you think is who's going to win this battle tonight. Hit us up on Facebook, www.bbc.co.uk/Radio1. Go to our Facebook page, myself and Fabio. Sign on, become a fan, and tell us what you think. Right, I'm going to drop my contribution to this week's Rewind Tracks. Let's get a bit dark. See, we got Goldie in tonight. Let me throw a Goldie kind of track on him. Fabio threw the left hook. I'm throwing the right uppercut.
Yo, stop that and bring it back. It's the Grooverider Rewind Record of the Week.
Big tracks tonight, 3 big tracks. It's been war.
Yeah, it's been a bit war.
So,
I think I won though.
Well,
it's not even me to win though. I've lost. I've lost already. You can't even get a tune.
Right, if you got a comment or you want to make a comment about tonight's Rewind Tracks, and you want to say who you thought won it, bbc.co.uk/Radio1. Head towards our Facebook page. Become a fan if you're not already. And let us know what you feel. Myself, Fabio, Goldie. 3-way battle this week.
I prefer Fabio's tune, I think. I like it. Very good. It's very good, very nice, bro. And it'll probably last a lot longer and longevity and all that kind of stuff. Very nice. Very nice, Grooverider.
But anyway.
Has Fitz lost his hair yet?
Is he what?
Losing his hair?
I don't know. How am I supposed to know? You need to look in the back of his head, didn't you?
I didn't look in the back of his head. There's a bit dry in the back of his head.
I just know that he cut that thing when one lock dropped out. Don't you remember?
It wasn't.
You don't remember the big locks?
No.
Don't remember when Fabio used to have the locks?
Listen, I remember the locks, but listen, it was Danny Jungle actually. We were at Equinox, and my man went, "Yo, you dropped something," and he picked it up and gave it to him.
No, that was Flux.
No, it was Daddy, and he fell down. He was shook. You know, he was just shook.
Yeah.
He shook his head.
A dreadlock flew out.
And the dreadlock flew out, and I went, "Mate, short, yo, man, you dropped something here." Yeah, and he passed him the lock, and he just had to put it in his pocket and walk off.
Super glue that
back.
How embarrassing.
That's why I don't choose not to have any.
Choose? You can't have dreads.
I'm finished. He finished for me when he went, "Oh, can I get me number 1 on the number 2 on the front?" He went, "You can only do number 1, mate."
My time with the hair was over when I went to the barbers. The barber said, "You know what, Groove?" I goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Boy, it's not a good look up here, you know." I goes, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Boy, you might need to get rid of this stuff now."
It's gone. Yeah,
it's gone, man.
It's gone.
The fight was over.
It's gone. It's when you get the Wharf one, you know. I said to Gary, GQ, leave it now. Leave it, Gary. He left it. And Gary left it. You know what I mean? It's my brother's time, Stuart's time.
Anyway, got to finish this up, man. We needed about 3-4 hours tonight, Goldie, to really get down and grind with this.
I'm back into the dungeon. Here are the keys. Going back to the dungeon.
So up at 3 is Mr. Jam with the mixtape. Up at 5, my man Russ Kwame with the big show. Best in homegrown music. Runs till 7. It's an excellent show. But keep it Radio 1 through the night. I've got to say many thanks to Mr. Artist, Producer, Multi-millionaire. I forgot that name.
Hey.
Yeah.
He was in EastEnders, you know.
Oh, he was in Bond. He's bigger than that, baby. He was in a Bond film.
Listen, it's Angel here.
But anyway, Gold, I've got to wrap it up, man. Thank you for coming in, man.
Really,
good luck with all the stuff that you're doing at the moment. I'll be looking out for you on the orchestral front.
Yeah, man. 1st and 2nd of
Are you going to be wearing a black suit?
I'll be wearing. No, actually, I'm going to step in there. Bit of I'm going to go in there. It's nice.
Please get it out, man. Please.
I'm getting it out.
Sling the hat to the side.
Singing the hat. I'm singing the whole thing. You know, you see it? You like that? You like them numbers?
You see what I'm saying? I'm converting you, man. You try to tell me about Stussy and DMC or whatever they're called. It's all about the Addy, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Anyway, Fabio back next week. Take care. Good luck. Look after yourself. Thanks for listening. Delisa, thank you.
Thanks,
James
Delisa.
Kilowatt, thank you very much. Once again, you're tight on there. Good luck. Take care. Peace out. Good night.
Good night.
Check the track list, check the videos, check the show again. bbc.co.uk/Radio 1.